kilometers east of Lethbridge, Alberta, which is a major center in the southern part of Alberta. So how copy now? Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Fine business there, Tom. I just brought you up on QRZ.com. I've got to log in to get the rest of it there. They keep wanting me to log in. On my other computer, I don't have to log in all the time, but this particular one wants to. Yeah, we're fine business on the 7610. We're looking at possibly getting the 7610 at this end also, and make that the number one position, and kind of retire the K3 into the second position here. Yeah, the conditions don't seem to be bad. The A index isn't bad, not like it was. The A index was just right through the roof, but it's calmed down to about a 6 now, and so that helps a lot. Yeah, other than that, yeah, the band is pretty quiet. I guess possibly I'm a little bit early on this, and hopefully the condition or the band will open a little bit there. Tom, go ahead.
Yeah, very good, Martin. Well, yeah, it's been great about the A index. You're right. It's better than it was last Friday, that's for sure, when it was sitting at A69, and the A index was 1. That's certainly not conducive to any kind of PX, that's for sure. I just did a little tune on this thing, and I don't know whether it made any difference in my signal or not. I like the 7610. I only bought it last week, and well, I guess the week before, I should say. And it's a nice little radio. Replaced the 7300 that I have here. My main radio actually is a 590F, and I've been using that for many years, and it's just a wonderful radio. I just love that thing to pieces. And as I told somebody the other day, I said, you'll have to pry it out of my cold, dead hands to get me to get rid of that one. Very good on the K3, and if you do decide to buy a 7610, I think you will like it. It's a very nice little rig to run, that's for sure. W6 Papa Golf, V6 Alpha Romeo Golf.
Yeah, VE6 Alpha Romeo Golf, Whiskey 6 Papa Golf, right back. Yeah, fine business. Yeah, I've been threatening to buy that. Also looking at the 7300. A friend of mine's got both radios, the 73 and the 7610. He says the 7300. He says you got to get one of those. He goes because you can't beat it for the price. The price is just it's very good for what you get out of the 7300.
Oh, and you're absolutely right. I sold my 7300, in fact, yesterday, and because I do have other rigs to use here. But the 7300 is a wonderful little radio. It's a little susceptible to overload, I discovered, but it's not too bad. Nice to use, easy to use, definitely an entry-level radio, though. But they sure are cool to work with. Very nice indeed. I'm a professional photographer here. I'm actually semi-retired, we'll put it that way. I've been officially retired since, I don't know, I guess 2001. That's when I officially retired. And quite a while ago, we'll put it that way. I guess 2002. January the 28th, 2002. And I went up to the top of a mountain in Vancouver after I had left the company, and a friend of mine met me up there. I was taking some photographs, and it was a crystal clear, beautiful blue sky with snow at about 12 inches. And somebody came up and said to me, "So what are you going to do now, Tom?" I said, "I haven't got the foggiest idea. Why don't you do what you're doing?" I What do you mean? Freezing to death in the top of the mountain? He said, no, you've been a photographer forever, so why don't you do it now professionally? I said, okay. I went down the next day, got my business license, been in business ever since. Go ahead.
Fine business there, Tom. Good for you. Yeah, 2001. Yeah, I retired 2006 here, and age here is 75. Next month I'll be 76. So yeah, just been playing radios ever since. Retired and didn't look back. But yeah, retired operating engineer, and was into that for almost 50 years. And it's you know, people ask you when you're going to retire. You know when you're going to retire. You know, it's time. You know when it's time. You don't have to be, you don't have to be shoved. You don't have to have people ask you. You know yourself when it's time to retire. Anyhow, you're talking about overload on the 7300. Do you want to kind of widen that a little bit and tell me about the overload? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just discovered it doesn't have the dynamic range that you expect to see in a radio like that. You know, it will go into where it's overloading as far as RF is concerned if you've got something on the signal. And also it's not the best when it comes to selectivity. It's not as selective because it's got a fair noise coming in. But it is a great radio to use as long as you're in a situation where you're not close to other stations. Go ahead.
Okay, that last part is what I also hear also, and that's one of the things that are holding me back. How about a quiet radio? Is it a quiet radio? Go ahead.
Very much so, and it's got one of the best noise micers or noise reduction systems I've ever heard. Go ahead.
Okay, now the antenna tuner, is that just a 3-to-1 tuner?
Yeah, it's just a piece of garbage as far as the antenna tuner is concerned. I use an LVT one.
Okay, I mean, just a question. I don't use multi-banders. I like mono-banders. Fact is, the next antenna that's going to go up is a M-squared 2-element 40-meter mono-bander, and that'll go up above my 20. And then I don't know. It's kind of hard. I've been talking about 2 elements on 20, but I only have one tower, and you can't put 20 meters. I mean, you can't put 40 meters and 15 meters on the same tower. So, but I can get away with a rotatable dipole and a 4-element monobander on 15. The rotatable dipole for 40 meters, they don't seem to get themselves in a lot of trouble with 15 meters. Actually, it's 15 meters that gets itself in trouble with 40. 40 doesn't like 15, but it gets along with everybody else. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're quite right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, well, the antenna that I'm on right now is an X-Beam N4RR, or NA4RR, and I got it out of wherever it is, I guess, Florida, where Jerry builds them, and I put it up 5 or 6 years ago, and it's just a trooper. It does a beautiful job, and I have no complaints with that antenna at all. And of course, it's just 30 feet. You don't really need to be much higher as far as a 2-element antenna is concerned. It works very well. So, and I mean, I'm never going to hear the things that you hear with the multi-band or with the multi-element antenna. But then I'm kind of a ragdoer anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, on 20 meters, I guess it depends on what you're trying to work. I like DX more than anything else, and to me, talking to the some of these. I like to talk to contesters and see what they go by, but 70 feet for me seems to be the proper and a good height. If you're gonna put something up for 20, go ahead.
Oh yeah, and I think where you've got it, at 70 feet, you've got an ideal situation there, and that's great. We are kind of restricted here unless we're in a rural area. A rural area as far as our antennas are concerned. Ask permission to go over 50 feet, and but nonetheless, I just don't have the real estate to put anything like that up here, unfortunately. On the other band, I run a full Delta loop for 80 years, and all bands, and it works just beautifully as well. It's really a great antenna as far as AV is concerned. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, fine business. As far as real estate's concerned, we don't have a lot here either, but the lot, I'm sitting on a city lot that's 60 by 100, and as an old surveyor here, I've done construction staking and stuff, and as soon as I bought this place, I staked out the maximum where I could put the tower in the backyard, and figured out the maximum turning radius that I could get with the size backyard I had. I got it to the center of the lot, got it as close to the house as I could without having trouble with the inspector. And lo and behold, there was a big pine tree there, so I cut the pine tree out, had the trunk ground up, and replanted the backyard and everything else. And so, I dedicated the backyard to ham radio. Go ahead.
Oh, good for you. Yeah, well, my place is definitely, you can certainly tell what my hobby is by driving up to my house. I've got all sorts of antennas all over the place. But, HF, VHF, UHF, etc. And it's worked out really well. I love playing around with antennas and doing things, but I teach amateur radio on once a year. We have a 12-week course that we teach for the basic course for Canada, and then there are others that are interested in doing the advanced course with us as well, which is the same as your extra class. And so I love to play with antennas and tell people about it. I write a weekly blog for all the guys that are interested in listening to my nonsense, and that's something that I've been doing now for about 5 or 6 years. By the way, I used to work for 3M Corporation. I was a technical service manager with them, and with Worldwide Service Organization for some electronic stuff being built in Vancouver when we were living there. So that's my background. I spent quite a while with them, and finally we got retired off. I got retired off in 2002, and I've had a lot of fun ever since. My business is my retirement business. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, Roger on that. I picked up on that when you were explaining when you retired and all of that. So good deal. No, I'm just lazy. I got a pretty good sized family, so I raised 4 girls and a boy, and they're all grown up and they have a family, and my grandchildren are all adults, and they're starting to have kids. So I've got a pretty good sized family. I got a lot of people to go around and visit, and between amateur radio and the family, that's enough all by itself there, Tom. Go ahead.
Oh, good for you. Yeah, well, last year, or the year before, I guess, when COVID hit here, I had to pivot the business because we couldn't meet people in person and all the rest of that stuff. So I became a ghostwriter. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger on that. Yeah, fact of it is that kind of put a kink on visiting the grandkids. I just kind of hibernated here for about 8 months until the vaccine came out, and I finally got both of those. I got 2 Moderna shots plus the booster. Got the booster the other day, plus the seasonal. The seasonal flu shot on top of all that, and on top of all that, they have a shot that you can get that when you get a lot of times when you get the flu, people get the have problem with their lungs and stuff, and they got a shot for that now to keep you from getting pneumonia. So I've got all that plugged into me now. Go ahead.
Oh, good for you. Yeah, that's great. Well, I've had all 3 of mine. Mine were all Pfizer, and I got my 3rd shot, I guess, a couple of weeks ago. So that feels a lot better now. I don't have to worry about that anymore. And then we'll see what happens. I'll be interested to see when Canada finally gets rid of the testing thing so that Americans can come to Canada without having to be tested, and we can go down to the States now as far as land borders are concerned. So that should make things a little easier, but still getting back into Canada, we have to have that test. With 3 shots, I think we're all kind of wondering what in the world's going on there. But nevertheless, I guess they're just being abundantly careful, and I understand that. Go ahead.
Yeah, as far as Canadians coming here, they just opened up the gates this morning. Go ahead.
That's right. Yeah. The problem is getting back into Canada is troublesome.
I didn't hear that end of it. Oh well. I think if you have proof of all 3, the ones I got was Moderna, and if you've got proof of that, I don't know what's holding them up.
Well, we don't know either, and that's why we're asking the government what the hell they're doing, because it should be opening up as far as we're concerned.
Yeah, I hear you on that. VE6ARG, Whiskey 6 Papa Golf for ID. Okay, who knows? So anyhow, I'm going to let you go, and I'll pass on my 73s to you. And good talking to you there, Tom. And I got you in the log. So if you use Logbook of the World, I've got you in the mine. So. We'll pass on our 73s and talk to you at a later date. VE6ARG, Whiskey 6 Papa Golf.
Yeah, you bet, Martin. Well, good to talk to you this morning, and thanks for coming back to my call. I appreciate it, and we will talk again, I'm sure. 7-3, my friend, and take care. Oh, by the way, I did live in the Bay Area for quite a number of years as well. That was a long time ago. Anyway, 7-3, Martin.
73s there, Tom. Whiskey 6 Papa Golf clear.
Basic for Romeo Golf.
Hello CQ, hello CQ, hello CQ20, hello CQ, hello CQ, hello CQ20, hello CQ, hello CQ, hello CQ20, hello CQ20 meters. Here's Whiskey 6 Papa Golf. A Whiskey 6 Papa Golf calling CQ. Hello CQ, hello CQ, hello CQ20. Hello CQ, hello CQ, hello CQ20, hello CQ20 meters. Here is Whiskey 6 Papa Golf. A Whiskey 6 Papa Golf calling CQ20 meters and standing by for a call.
Yeah, Whiskey 6 Papa Golf, Victor Echo 7, Tango Tango Bravo.
Yeah, Victor Echo 7, Tango Tango Bravo. Sorry about that, taking so long. Here's Whiskey 6 Papa Golf. The handle here is Martin, and the QTH is Tracy, California. We are about 60 miles east of San Francisco, and you are about a good 5 by 7, 5-7. Go ahead.
All right, Martin, thank you very much for the 5 and 7. You're well into the blue on my radio. You're 5.9 plus, booming in here, and with no preamps turned on. So, good job on your part. And Roger, the QTA Tracy, California. All right, the name here would be Steve, and I'm in Southwest British Columbia, a little city called Chilliwack, and Chilliwack's it's roughly 60 miles to the east of Vancouver, Martin. Where we're having a beautiful sunny day at the moment. It's pretty crisp, but it's clear out there and sunny, and I probably should be outside doing something, but of course wasting the morning on the radio. Hi. Back over to you, W6PG, VE7, TTB.
Yeah, fine business there. Well, I missed your handle. Go ahead.
The name here is Steve. Once again, it's Steve. Over.
Yeah, okay, fine business there, Steve. I was doing a little writing here while you were talking and rudely doing something else. Go ahead, I'll find business there, Steve. Yeah, again, you're 5 by 7. The radio here is a K3, and the antenna is a M-squared 4-element monobander on a 35-foot boom at 70 feet, and the band seems still a little quiet. Go ahead.
Okay, all right, Martin. Yeah, we copy the, it's a little distracted over there. I get the same way. That's no issue, no problem there. And nice equipment. Yeah, absolutely. You're doing the work of Discuso there with your equipment. You're it's all on your shoulders. Yeah, conditions are really, at least here in my location, pretty poor overall. It's, we all know it's been solar storm and geomagnetic activity constant for the last few days, and totally disrupted the bands, of course. And I see a bit of a recovery today, but it's still got a long ways to go. I don't know. It's what I'm watching is the signals come in strong and QSB out real quick. So I don't know. But, obviously we're making the connection right now, so that's great. Yeah, just nothing too major here for equipment. It's a Yaesu, the FTDX 3000 with the Yaesu M1 reference microphone on it. An old ICOM solid-state amp, the TKL, about 300 watts right now. And that's just going into a wire antenna that I just put up over the weekend. It's a 40-20 trapped dipole antenna. It's only about 52 feet long or so, and not very high up. It's about 25 foot off the deck. So a pretty simple antenna that we just purchased, and it showed up in the mail there a few days ago. So seems to be off to a good start. I was working Spain earlier today, so I guess it managed to get me into Europe. So I think. So it's off to a good start. Seems to be working better than my Hustler 5-band vertical I got out back. So, but again, nothing like you got. Back to you, Martin.
you there, Steve. Yeah, Whiskey 6 Papa Golf right back. Yeah, you're a little bit off frequency, Steve. And so I used the wrist to tune you in. You sound much better when I got you tuned in. Hi. And the band is. It could be. I would think it would be a lot more activity on since that index came way down. The index was crazy, and nothing looked good out there. It just came down. I was looking at. I checked it just before I went to bed last night, and it was down to I think about 6. So I thought, tomorrow's a good day to ham it up a little bit there, Steve. And other than that, we're waiting for. Apparently, you must be getting some of it now, but we're waiting for a big storm to come in here into California, which we need as much water as we can get. So, you getting any part of that storm yet? Go ahead.
All right, Whiskey 6 Papa Golf, BE7 TTB returning. No, I'm not getting any storms at the moment. We actually had a tornado in Vancouver day before yesterday, and that's a super, super rare event. I guess they get water spouts out in the ocean, once in a while, but this one actually made it. They're still trying to figure out if it actually got onto the land or not. There's a big university, the University of British Columbia, and they seem to think that the tornado hit right beside UBC. And I was watching on our local news yesterday, a fair amount of damage, nothing, I don't think there was any houses destroyed, but a lot of trees down. I did see a car that got crushed and a little bit of general mayhem, but a really, really rare event for us. Right now, blue skies, a little bit of cloud, mostly blue skies, and temperature, I'm going to guess in Fahrenheit, at around 44, somewhere around there right now. A little bit crisp by your standards. Getting back to your comment about my frequency, I was kind of surprised to hear that. I'm on 14171 right now, and you are the first person to ever comment that I sound off frequency. That one kind of caught me off guard. I just don't know what to say about that, but certainly my apologies. W6PG VE7 TTB returning.
Yeah, 5 minutes there, Steve. Actually, you're still moving. Either I'm moving or you're moving. Am I pretty stable at your end? Go ahead.
I don't hear any shift on you. I don't hear any problem, and like I said, I've had this radio for quite some time, and unless I'm developing a problem today as we speak, I've never heard anybody comment about me being unstable with this radio, so I'm hoping I'm not developing a problem here, but you never know.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, when situations like that happen, a lot of guys will use their main tuning to tune you in, so that puts them off frequency. So I just switched through the switch here on the wrist, and followed you around like that. So this last transmission was okay. Yeah, for your sake, I hope that everything's fine on that and everything is stable. It could be just the conditions, who knows? But normally it would just be if there's QSB, it would just normally be your signal strength.